Welcome to the channel and to this 2,000 point narrative game between Orks and Space Marines. Today on the channel, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is a narrative game, 2,000 points with special deployment, special objectives. We're in the middle of a broken city, which the Space Marines of the 13th have been fighting against my Orks, Murphy's Waagh. Yes, that's right. I'm not going to be playing with my Space Marine chapter of the 13th. Grey Knight SEO is back in his house. I'm going to be playing Murphy's War. Now, Murphy is not with us here today. However, Mad Murphy's mate Simon is going to be here. So this is the park in the center of the city that the Orks had been fortifying. And these are the objectives. We have 5 objectives on the table. These buildings that the Orks have set up. And the Space Marines are coming in to try and destroy these objectives. The way it's going to work is quite simply, at the end of the game, he who controls the objectives will win the game. There's 5 points that can be controlled, and to control them you just have to be touching them or on them, and the normal rules for objective secure count. So basically there's 5 here. If the Space Marines control 3 out of the 5, at the end of the game they will win. Simple as that. Then at the end of the game they can plant their demo charges and destroy this Ork encampment. Then we're going to do the triangle deployment. So 12 inches back from a triangular central line, the Space Marines coming in from this table edge over there, and they've got a fast response attack force coming in, bikes, flyers and drop pods raining in from the skies. The Orks have been busy over that side, deep in the city, fighting away and punching Yumis and eating civilians, what they normally do, having a great scrap, and their base is under attack. So they're coming back on this way to repel the push of the 13th. Hi, Grey Knight SEO.
Hi, Grey Knight SEO.
So this is part 2 of a fight that we recently had on YouTube. The previous one with Orks versus Space Marines. People can go back and see it.
They can indeed.
And
wow, what happened last time is Bravo team just about made it out by the skin of their teeth. The Orks were having an absolute lair of a time. So this is part 2 of our match between the 13th and your lovely Orks.
Yes, what happened to Bravo team? The previous one, 1,000 point narrative game, was obviously if the Space Marines are coming to nuke the site, they had some strategic reserves which can come on, and we played what happened to the strategic reserves.
Yeah, we don't like to talk about it too much. It's gone
Well,
into
you won.
fight now.
You won, but essentially it's going to be 2,000 points versus 2,000 points here.
Yeah.
But if Bravo team had been successful and not waylaid by the Orks, they would have come sweeping on and you'd have had a clear victory.
Absolutely. Well, I'm hoping today that we'll be able to set those demo charges and watch those Orks fly into the end.
But as it stands right now, this is all that's left of Bravo team after they were waylaid. These guys got off the battle grid, so they won that game for you.
Yeah.
And this guy disappeared up into orbit with the captain to return into the battle barge. So what we're going to say is these are in reserve.
Okay.
They're in strategic reserve and can enter normally, and this guy can deep strike in from turn 2 onwards.
And an extra wound and toughness.
We're giving him an extra strength, toughness, wound, and attack.
Oh, very
Plus
cool.
1 of each because he's a veteran and he deserves it. So, and they're free. I haven't added them to the points.
That's very kind of you.
Okay, so basically he's a sergeant though. So you got 4 attacks, 4 wounds, strength 5, toughness 5. He's a beast. These guys no upgrades, and they've just got bolt guns. But this is Bravo team.
Yep,
these are the strategic reserves that were called to this site.
Yeah.
But they're free. They're free. You got them free. I said if you won that mission, you could bring them in free. So I give you 4 models.
It's like a good friend that said they'll turn up to the party. Doesn't matter how they bring themselves to the party, it's the fact they turned up.
Yes. And this is bang on, 2,000 points worth of Space Marines, the glorious 13th. It's a battalion, so you got 12 command points. What's in it, sir?
So we're starting from the top, your lovely Chaplain Snow.
Yes.
Because, you know, the Soul Garrow's currently in Med Bay.
Yes.
Getting some wounds treated to him and some teeth taken out of his legs.
Right, okay.
So we've got Chaplain Snow here. He's in his Terminator armour today. You've really brung it. It's the Canticle of Hate with the Litany of Hate. The Warlord trait is the Iron Resolve.
Yeah.
And he's got the relic of the Benediction of Fury.
So he's an absolute tank. He hates loads of stuff. I think you said he's going to be jumping in the Storm Raven with the Hammonators.
He will be, yes.
Okay. Who's this chap?
That's the Lieutenant.
Okay. Power Sword? Any
does
other
indeed.
upgrades?
No, he doesn't have any upgrades with him today.
Okay. But you did say you're bringing bolted fusillade, so you're re-rolling hit rolls of 1 with bolt weapons.
Yeah.
And there's a load of bolt weapons here. And the Lieutenant allows you to re-roll wound rolls of 1 with core units.
That's correct.
And everything here is core except for the vehicles.
Yeah.
So I can see a combination coming in here.
Yeah, there's possibly.
And
See
then
what we did there?
re-rolling hit rolls of 1. And you've also got Master Artisan, so you can re-roll 1 hit every time you're called upon. So with the melters and the things like that, you can re-roll a
all
hit.
the specialist weapons are pretty much going to be re-rolling those hits because you know what they're like sometimes, like those 1s and 2s.
Okay. What else are we looking at here, sir?
So we've got obviously the Terminators here, which the Chaplain's going to be attached to into the Storm Raven.
Yes.
Then we have the Storm Talon gunship.
Yeah.
With the twin heavy bolters and the missiles on the side.
Yeah. Twin assault cannons.
Twin assault cannons. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been, in fact, that's probably the first time we used the Storm Talon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Be quite interesting. We'll see how it does.
Well, he's the wing commander or the wingman for the Storm Raven.
He'll get his upgrade if he survives.
No. Next.
So we're moving on to the tactical squads here.
Right.
We've got a small 5-man unit here with the plasma in there.
Okay.
Then we have the unit here with the melters, and there's actually a multi-melter in that unit too.
Melter, combi melter, multi-melter. Right, okay.
And onto the next squad, we have the las cannon in there, and the sergeant has the fist. I believe we've got a
combi melter and a multi-melter. He's got a combi melter.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we've got melters, we've got plasmas, we've got las cannons, we've got bikes.
We have the bikes as well. They're coming just for that fast response hitting.
Have you given anything to the sergeants? Or
The sergeant has the lightning claw.
Okay.
And that's on both squads there.
Okay.
And then we have the 2 attack bikes with the multi-melters.
Nice.
Just because they're a real good chocolate.
So you haven't got much long-range DACA, but you've got a lot of anti-tank spread throughout this list. And Terminators are pretty much anti-tank as it is. 25 infantry, which can fit inside all the drop pods.
Yeah.
So
quite nice.
So is your plan to have like the bikes and the flyers on the table and the pods coming in turn 1?
Pretty much.
So if you get turn 1, it's going to be very painful for me. This is a battalion of Murphy's War. Gives me 12 command points, but I'm going to spend 1 before the battle begins. I'm Death Skull's clan, so Lucky Blue gets 6 up invulnerable save all over the place, and I can reroll a hit, a wound, a damage roll every time I'm called upon to shoot and fight. As I mentioned, Murphy is not with us today, but Mad Murphy's mate Simon is. This is Simon. Now, very few people have ever seen Murphy because anyone who ever sees him tends to get killed. And when Simon met Murphy, he had his legs ripped off. So now he's in a killer can body. And Simon is going to hang out with the killer cans. It's going to be Simon and the killer can crew. Sounds a bit like a boy band. That's fine by me. Now, I'm spending a CP on making him the biggest boss, which gives him an extra strength and extra attack, extra wound and extra attack, and a 4-up invulnerable save because he's big as hell. With the Mighty's Right Warlord trait, he's going to have another extra strength and extra attack. That gets him up to 6 attacks. And he's got a 4-up invulnerable save because he's the biggest boss. And he's got a super cyborg body, so he's got a 5-up shrug as well. Basically, he's an absolute beefcake. So with those upgrades, he's got 2 extra attacks, 1 extra wound, 4-up invulnerable save, 5-up shrug, and I've given him the killer claw. So that's a non-unwieldy power claw, which you can reroll all failed wounds with, and it's a flat 3 damage. He's a Terminator killer, and just in case I need more Terminator killing, I've got 5 Meganobs, and 4 of them have got kill saws. So absolute units coming up the field, clanking away, a death dread with no shooting guns either, just lots more killing and saws. And because we're going to be doing a lot of killings, I've got a knob with a Waagh banner here and a big mech, because he's basically oiling up Simon, rubs him with oil, before the fight begins, make sure there's not much squeaking and all the mechanized constructs running around with him. Now, food, we've got 20 grots. You've got to bring your snacks with you. And we've got 45 orcs. 2 units of 10 shooters, which are going to rock around in the trucks. They're my mobile reserves. And 25 slugger chopper boys. The boss knobs have, of course, got power claws, because power claws are cool. Shooting, I've got quite a lot of shooting, actually. I've got 15 looters and 2 units of 2 tractor cannons, which auto-hit flyers. They're only 1 shot each. They're like a missile launcher, but they auto-hit those flyers. So probably target priority number 1, along with the looters for Grey Knight. But yeah, I've got clanking death monstrosity coming back to this base. I'm ready to bring the fight to the Yumis. And here we are after deployment. The Astartes poised to push forward into this parkland. The bikes have turtled up there. Terminators and Chaplains Snow in the Storm Raven and pods thumping down through the atmosphere. Murphy's War have deployed in 1 big turtle over here as well. There's Mad Murphy's mate Simon with the Killer Can crew and the Death Dread. We're at the front lines, ready to bring the fight to the Yumis. I've got some tractor cannons here, some tractor cannons here. The idea here is essentially, Grey Knight, is if you go first, I can pop force field projector on this dude. So everything here will have a 5-up invulnerable save for 1 battle round. Because turn 1 with pods coming down could be extremely painful.
It could be.
Turn 1 for me, however, it's going to be... See, the thing is, you put your flyers right in the corner. And I put my looters over here, ready to climb up onto this objective with their grot shields. And you're too far away for me to actually hit you in turn 1. I haven't even measured up with the tractor cannons yet to see if they can hit you in turn 1. So if I go first, I'm essentially getting closer to your guns and not really shooting anything. But if you go first, then we've got 3 pods coming in and it's going to be extremely painful. What I'm saying is, deploying all the way back there is a bit of tactical genius. And I'm rather scared of the pods.
Thank you very much.
So we need to roll off and see who goes first. I'm using red today.
I'm on the blues.
Okay, good luck.
6.
6. 2. You may choose whether you want to go first or second.
I can be going first.
Okay, before the first battle round begins, force field projector cost me 3 CP and you can only use it once per battle. His custom force field range is 18 inches, which is everything here, including that, which has got my shooter boys in. They're basically back there, my mobile reserves, as a deep strike denial unit. I didn't want any pods coming in behind me. So
Orks thinking.
No, I'm cunning as well as brutal as we go into Space Marines. Turn 1. Here we are after the 13th movement phase. The air is filled with a jet noise as the 2 flyers zip overhead, ready to rain fire from the sky. The Storm Raven ready to deposit the Terminators down. The 2 attack bikes staying back. 2 multi-melters on there. That's 4 shots and 24-inch range. They have got range on the killer cans. And interestingly enough, you've flatted out the bikes that way.
Yeah, reposition.
Reposition round. Because there's a lot of armour here. And those bikes have got bolt weapons only. So you're zipping around here, sensing a soft underbelly. And talking about soft underbelly, you've only brought 2 pods in. Where's the third one?
The third one is, well, they're still finishing their tea.
Still finishing their tea.
So it's going to come down, I think, the next turn.
Okay.
Just gives me some tactical options, depending on how this round and maybe next round goes.
Okay, so there's a lieutenant there with his squad. And the other 2, you've combat squadded where you can.
I have, yeah.
Looks like you're going to be picking on the looters. But where would you like to start the shooting phase, sir?
I'm going to start on the Storm Talon.
Right. Shooting
Shooting at one of these
tractor guns.
Yeah.
Everything into one, or are you splitting fire, which always works?
No, all into the same one.
All into the same one,
Yeah,
because when you put these down, they count as separate units. So all the guns into one.
That's right.
Which one? That one? That one?
That one, the middle one.
That one?
Yeah.
Twin assault cannon, 12 shots. Buzz.
It's hit on 2s because the...
Hit on 3s, lost strafe and run.
Oh, lost strafe run.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. You can reroll one of those hits though, because of Master Artisans, or you can keep the rerolls for the missile launchers.
I'll keep the missiles, I'll carry it on now. So.
Okay, strength 6 versus toughness 5, wounding on 3s. And that's 4 wounds, AP -2 because of the Devastator Doctrine, but I have a 5-up custom force field save. And I'm making one of them. It's got 3 wounds left. Then it's the 2 missiles coming in hot, hitting on 3s. And you can reroll one of them with Master Artisans. They both hit. That'll be wounding on 3, strength 8 versus toughness 5. Okay, so a save I need to make of a 5-up for Gork or Morg. I don't make my save. D6 damage. It's got 3 left. And that's a dead mech gun. Right, next up. Firing the attack bikes to see what they can do. The twin bolt guns fired into the cans and bounced, but the multi-melters are going into the cans as well. So 2 multi-melters, 4 shots, hitting on 3s.
Just my version of marker lights, you see.
All right.
Because I'm going to hit with everything. Watch this.
So the bolters have there's sparks appearing, so you can see the target more clearly.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay.
So hitting on 4s because they're heavies.
No, hitting on 3s because bikes don't get it. It's only infantry that's -1 to hit with heavy guns.
Right, okay.
Attack bikes are mean now.
First time I've been using bikes.
3s to hit. You didn't hit with anything, but you can reroll one of them with Master Artisans.
Well.
Nope. Only 2. Strength 8, toughness 5. 1 wound. 5-up and vulnerable save? Oh, no. D6 damage? Oh. That's a dead killer can, which blows up. Oh no. Right, so I'm the controlling player, so I took that model away because each unit within 3 inches suffers a mortal wound and it only hit the Death Dread. Any other ones would have hurt Simon, and I don't want to hurt Simon.
Of course you don't.
It's the first time I've used him.
You know what happens with new models?
They work really well. Nothing goes wrong whatsoever. Right, Storm Raven gunship. Where are all the guns going?
Well, I'm putting the 4 multi-melter shots into the killer cans.
Right, okay.
And then I'm going to be putting the assault cannons and missiles into another one of the
tractor guns.
Tractor guns.
Don't you like Simon and the Killer Can crew?
No.
Don't you like his music?
I need to thin them down a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm not so, sure on their choice of music. So.
What? They like boy band songs.
That's exactly why.
Okay, 4 multi-melters coming in to the Killer Can crew, and only 2 hit. Are you re-rolling one of them? Or
yes, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that?
3 hits.
3 hits, 3s to wound. Oh dear. I haven't made one of these 5-up and vulnerable saves yet. It would be nice if I made one. I make 1. Do I want to see? No. No. Okay, so 2 get through. 2d6 damage. And we should have done them separately, actually, because they only have 5 wounds each. So on a 1, 2, 3, that one hit first. No, that one hit first, killing 1. Okay. And then 1's on 1 wound, and the one that dies didn't blow up. Okay, next up we have what from the what now?
Well, I declared it, so it's going to be the assault cannons and the
assault cannons. Oh yes, I remember.
Yeah.
3s and 3s into the tractor gun. Oh, that looks painful. 8 5-up custom force field saves. Oh, it's still alive. Look, I make some finally. It's got 3 wounds left, but Storm Strike missiles do a flat 3 damage. And you've got 2 of them.
2 missiles left.
Yes.
They've got tone.
Yes.
Firing missiles.
Fire away. 1 hit.
2 hits.
2 hits, okay. 3s to wound. 1 wound. 5-up invulnerable save or die. Would you like to command point?
No.
You sure?
I'm feeling lucky you're not going to get it.
I'm going to command point that. Damn it! So the 2 flyers have taken out 2 killer cans, 2 tractor guns on their own. They've heard the comms shake. They know that Bravo team is in trouble, so they have to do extra work.
In hindsight, they should have known better.
What? What do you mean? Who should have known better?
The
Orks.
The Space Marine vengeance is coming.
There's a fight.
Is the reckoning.
There's a fight, so that means we win. They can't fire the bikes because they went flat out, so we're now across to the payload from the drop pods. Right, you're spending 2 CP on steady advance, so these count as standing still.
That's right.
So max range, and you're firing at the looters.
That's right.
So I'm spending a CP on grot shields.
So it's a CP off.
So the grots are going to take some shots first. But, and are you overcooking the plasma in this one?
I am, yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I want to make sure I kill a few looters before they shoot back.
Plasma combi plasma, hitting on 3.
Here we come.
You can reroll one of them if you want to.
No, because he might kill himself.
Okay, 2s to wound. Alright, on 2s, grots die. And on 1s, looters die. Damn it! Right, 1 minute, sorry. The way this works, you make the saves for the looters, which I failed. Then on 2-ups, grots die instead. So 3 grots die instead. I got it right. 6 shots with the bolters, 3s to hit, re-rolling. Oh,
okay.
4s to wound.
The hot dice today.
Wow. 5 wounds, 5 6-up saves. So one of the looters is okay. Grot shields. 4 more grots die. So grot shields are annoying. So then you fired the pods in at the looters, and you killed a looter and killed a grot. Both of the pods are fired. Now in this squad, you're going to rapid fire the grots because they're in rapid fire range.
They're really annoying, so I'm going to get rid of the green snot.
Okay, and a las cannon is going to come in and hit the looters. Okay, right. Okay, green snot first then. 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s because of bolter fusillades. 2s to win grots, strength 4, toughness 2.
Wow.
Okay, 5. Oh yeah, re-rolling 1s to wound. So 6. They have t-shirt saves. You kill 4. Last cannon on the looter.
On the 4s.
Hits, 2s to wound. Re-roll that because the lieutenant. And 6 up and run. Am I lucky? No. And does a grot die? Yes. Basically, these looters have stapled grots to their foreheads. And every time you get a wound, poof. Right, okay. 1 more squad and the lieutenant. So the melter can only hit the grots. Where's the combi melter going in the other bolt gun fire?
Probably into the looters if I can.
Okay. But let's do the melter into the grots. See if you manage to melt one. It hits.
2s.
You do. You turn 1 into paste. And then bolt gun fire comes in hot. Only 2 wounds came in from the bolters. And I'm lucky.
Double.
They're fine. Now you have a lieutenant with his bolt gun. He's rapid firing grots or into looters.
I'm going to do the looters.
Okay, all right, fine. He hits. 4s to wound. He doesn't wound. And at the end of all that firepower from the drop pod assault, out of the 20 grots, I have 6 left. 2 in one squad, 4 in another squad. And in the end, you only killed 1 looter. So not going for an assault either, because a -2 for the barricade, you're going to be too far away. I have a morale test to take on these grots. And one of them runs, and then on a 1-2, no, 1 little grot stays. And then this squad over here, I need a 1 to pass. No, and then there is 3 left. So, oh, okay. So essentially 1 left in that squad, 3 left in that squad. I can basically do a bit of that Grotska shield once again, and then I won't have any shields left. Over here, you did kill 2 killer cats.
I did.
And their leadership 7. So on a 6, one of them will run away as well.
Oh, because of the boss, does it not affect?
He might smack them and stop them from running away if 1 fails. No, it doesn't fail anyway. But yeah, if one of them tried to hightail it, he might have some words. That is the end of turn 1. You've wiped out 2 of the tractor guns, 2 of the killer cans, and a bunch of grots. It could have been worse.
Could have been.
It could have been worse as we... but you've got Terminators in there and Chaplain Snow. You've got another drop pod that you held in reserve.
You just need to get there next turn.
Yeah, I need to think now.
Just come closer. You're Orks.
Oh, I'm going to be coming closer. It just depends which direction. As we go into Murphy's War. Turn 1. Right, the boys are going to bring the fight to the Yumis. So what I've done is, I had a choice of whether to back off or come forward because of the Terminators in there. And I ain't backing down.
Never
We're not
back
going
down
that
to a
way,
fight.
we're going that way. But what I've done is put the Death Dread around one side and the Killer Cans around the other side. So the Termies and Snow can go one way or t'other. And then the Death Dread can... Yeah, so you can hit one of the Stompy Robots of Doom, but not both of the units of Stompy Robots of Doom. I'm aware as well that the Storm Raven could jump up and over and land here and then deposit the Terminators in turn 3. In turn 2, yeah, because if you move it and then deposit in turn 3, you'll be here with your Terminators, which will be a bit painful, but it means the Terminators will not be hitting the battle grid until turn 3. You probably want them out in turn 2.
Captain Snow's not going to be very happy if you don't get to have a Brock on the next turn or 2.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what's happening there. The boys. Now, boys can advance and charge so long as they're within 6 inches of a war boss. They are within 6 inches of the war boss. I've got a good advance. That's an 11-inch charge.
Very orky.
But I can re-roll the charge because I'm an orc. So that's what's going on there. The big mech is there with his custom force field, and this blob here still has a 5-up invulnerable save, only 9-inch range now. And then the truck can move around so it can shoot. The looters move around so they can shoot. I'm spending 2 CP on more Dakar, and the looters are going to shoot at that squad there, and each of the looters has 3 shots each.
Wow.
3 times 15 is 45 shots. Now, Dakar normally explodes on a 6+. But the more Dakar strap means, even though it's heavy, it doesn't matter whether I move or not, my dice will be exploding on a 5+.
This can be very painful for those 5 guys.
So in the end, 45 exploding shots, 12. I got 12 in. Now I need to wound you on 3s, and I get to reroll one of these because I'm lucky. And those are all AP -1/2 damage. So every failed save will kill a humble Astartes. That's 10 4-up saves. Statistically, this should do it. Ooh, this has done it.
Yeah.
That tactical squad are wiped. And my grots, my 4 remaining grots are ready there to shield again. I've still got 20 tactical marines to deal with because there's another 10 in a drop pod somewhere. We're moving across to the tractor cannons. I think the Storm Talon is going to get it first because I haven't got enough gun to bring this down. But if I'm lucky, I might be able to bring that down.
Oh, 11. Is it 10 or 11?
10 wounds. 10 wounds. And I auto hit. So I need 5s to wound. 3s to wound. Strength 8 versus toughness 6. And I wound you both times on the Storm Talon. That's 2 5-up saves, sir. Or D6 damage a time.
2 5-ups can right up. 1.
1?
Yeah.
Are you command pointing at all? Or?
No.
No?
Okay.
1. I'm going to command point that damage for 2 damage. It's 100% better. I'm already only down to 5 command points. For some reason, I took my rocket away. Simon has got a combi rocket. He'll fire it up just the rocket version. Oh, I might as well do both versions because I'm hitting on 6s anyway. I can re-roll that. He misses. Let's do the combi version of his gun. Right. Then I fired everything else. Shooters, small arms, pistols, stuff like that. Up at the Storm Talon, hitting on 6s with no AP, and I took 1 wound off of it. 1 more wound off of it. It's down to 7 left. That's the end of my shooting phase. Now the boys here are going to charge these bikes. Are you going to Overwatch?
Yes.
Oh. 4 bikes, that's 16 shots. Hitting on 6s, re-rolling 1s, and re-rolling one of these because you're lucky. After the re-rolls, 3 hits. Force to wound?
2.
2. I am in 5-up custom force field range, but you killed 2 anyway. Excellent. So I'll take the 2 from the back. That squad is now 23 boys strong.
Only.
Now I lead an 11-inch charge.
With rerolls.
With a reroll. That's a fail, but Orks can reroll 1 or both of the dice. Wow. So I don't have to reroll both of them. I just need a 5 for Gork or Mork. Damn it. That's the end of Orcs turn 1. They don't need to take a morale because their morale is currently 23. You count the number of boys in the squad. I've taken 3 wounds off the Talon and wiped out a tactical squad.
Yeah, 5 guys there.
Let's face it, I'm better in the punching phase.
My dice have been extraordinarily awesome today so far, but it's turn 2 now, so things could be very different very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to be optimistic for both parties.
Thanks. Let's go to Space Marines turn 2. Here we are after the 13th movement phase. They move forward. The third pod comes in and they are poised to strike. In the backfield, the multi-melter attack bikes stay backwards. They've got multi-melter shots on the Death Dread. And Chaplain Snow and the First Company disembark from the Storm Raven before it moves forward, ready to charge the front lines. It's still in flying mode after they got out. Talking about charging the front lines, both of the units of bikes look like they're going to come swinging into that squad of boys as well. The flyers zipping overhead, ready to throw fire down. And here's the last pod. There's the lieutenant. So everyone here is re-rolling wound rolls of 1. There's going to be strikes on the left, strikes on the middle, and strikes on the right flank. It's time to put on my big boy pants. I can barely speak. This is going to be painful. Right, we start down here. It took the pod and this squad just to kill the 3 grots, but the las cannon from that squad fired across to the boys and missed. Then this squad here are firing everything at the looters. I've done grot shield. It costs CP, but I want to try and keep one alive.
You really like your Gritchin.
Well, you know, I'd rather lose a grot than a looter. So anyway, they can all see, they can all fire. Loads of shots coming into looters. 3s to hit, re-rolling them. 4s to wound, re-rolling any 1s. No, how many is that? 6?
Yeah.
6 up saves. And I actually saved 3 of them, look. And then on 1s, 2, sorry, the grot. Basically, that kills a grot and 2 looters. So these 2 squads have spoken. We're on to this squad. You spend 2 CPs on steady advance with Mortai. The multi-metal is coming into the truck and all the shots coming into the looters. So that's 8 shots now coming into the looters, hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s.
Real 1s.
There's 2 wounds into the looters. I lose 2 more. Then 2 shots with the multi-melters, hitting on 4s because it's heavy on infantry. You can re-roll one of them.
I will. Nope.
No? Then the last squad and the pod fired in as well. We did it all at the same time, only causing 3 wounds on the looters, and I lose 3 more looters, failing the saves. Then the lieutenant fired in and missed. Now we're on to the Storm Talon. It's doing the blast version of the Cyclone missile launchers down into these guys, Typhoon missile launchers, and the assault cannons. So 2d6 auto hits with the missiles, and it's minimum 3, so that's 7 shots, which will hit on 3s. Oh dear. 4s to wound. Oh, I'm lucky, only 1. Not that lucky, 1 dies. Then 12 shots with the assault cannons.
Spawning at the miniguns.
3s to hit. And you can reroll one of them. 9 hits, wounding on 3s. 6 up invulnerable saves. 5 more looters go pop. And there's 1 looter left after this drop pod assault, and the Storm Talon fired down. We're now across to the Storm Raven. Where are you putting its gun, sir?
So I'm putting the multi-melters into the truck here.
Into the truck?
Guys in there,
yes.
And then the assault cannons and missiles into one of these.
Just 1?
Just the 1.
Okay. All right. Where are we starting with first?
Multi-melters onto the truck.
Okay. 4 shots hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Re-rolling any of them?
Not to hit, no.
Okay. 3s to wound? Re-rolling any of them?
One of those. That's 6.
Right, that's a command point reroll. Right, okay, so 6s to save. Lucky-ish. I saved one of them. And then you've got 2d6 damage on the truck. You re-rolling any of them with a command point? Oh no, you've done the re-roll the wound, sorry. You did that. Sorry, what am I talking about?
This is the damage.
Yes, that's the damage. So the 3 becomes a 1 on a 6. The 4 becomes a 1 on a 6 because of ramshackle. No, the truck's still got 3. It's got 3 wounds left. 2 missiles into one of the mech guns on 3s. They both hit. 3s to wound. They both wound. They're AP -3, 3 damage. I don't get a save. You don't even need to do the assault cannons. That'll kill one of the tractor guns. So the remaining shots from the Storm or Raven just thump into the twitching corpses of the Gretchen. You're coming over here to the attack bikes. All the shots into the Death Dread?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
We'll do the Molten Mowers.
Right, yeah.
And then I'll finish it off with Bolters.
Okay.
If there's anything left.
And you can reroll 1 hit with Master Artisans. So 3 hits, and it's going to be 3s to wound. Ooh, just 1. I don't get a save. D6 damage. 2 damage. It's got 5 wounds left. 8 shots from the bolters. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s. And then 5s to wound. And the tactical doctrine is in effect. So this will be AP -1. 1 more wound. 4 up. It takes another wound. The Death Dread's down to 4 left. Then across to here, Chaplain Snow fired his Storm Bolter into the killer cans. Took a wound off. Now the last thing left to fire are all these bikes. We've got 16 shots from 1 squad raining into the boys. This is going to be painful. 3s to hit. Re-rolling 1s and re-rolling an extra dice because of Master Artisans. A lot of 2s there, Grey Knight.
There is a lot of 2s.
Yeah. 4s to win.
The 4s.
Oh, it's only 4.
3, 4.
4. They're in custom force word range. You only kill 2. Then the second squad fired in, and this time you got 8.
Yep.
5s. Still say 4 of them. That's not bad. And that is the end of the shooting phase. Death Dread down to 4 wounds left. 1 of the tractor guns gone, and the looters all but obliterated here. It could have been worse. I expected a bit worse. But now we're on to the charge phase.
This is going to be brutal.
Where are we charging?
We're going to do the Terminators into the cans.
Overwatch. I've got 2 Scorchers there.
Okay.
Let's do the big shooter first, though, because this might actually... One of them hits. Daka. One of them hits and doesn't wound. Right, now the Scorchers, these are like heavy flamers because you're an Imperial player. So 2d6 auto hits. For 11 auto hits! Strength 5, I'm winning on 3s. There's 11 wounds!
Wow.
But it's -1. Mind you got Storm Shield, right?
Yep.
So -1 +1. So it's just 11 2-up saves on the Terminators. Oh, and in the shooting phase, you spent 2 CP on something oratory. So his litanies of hate has gone off.
That's right.
So you're re-rolling all hit rolls, aura from him when you charge. But anyway, 11 2-up saves first. If you could fail 3 of them and a Terminator dies.
11 ones, what do you reckon?
11 ones would be lovely. 1.
We got 1.
1. And then the Terminators charge. Here we are after the charge phase. And the first company charged the killer cans, and Snow got an 11 and charged round here. Because with litanies of hate off, every core unit and character unit within 6 inches of him re-rolls hits, which is everyone, because all the bikes went in to the boys.
Quite nasty, those new chaplain litanies, isn't there? There's quite a few more to choose from.
Well, for 2 CP to automatically pass it is absolutely nasty. Right, so there's 3 hammers there, 9 attacks, and they spent another CP on what now?
So they can get +1 to hit.
Fury of the first. So they're hitting on 3s, re-rolling everything with litanies of hate. And there's 3 misses. Oh, okay. 7 hits. Strength 8. Toughness 5. Wounding on 3s. How would you get? That's a lot of misses.
3.
I'm
going to command point one of those.
Okay, all right. That's really cocked. Okay, 4. 4 come through at -2, so I need to make a bunch of 5-up and vulnerable 5-up saves. Make 1, and each of them is a flat 3 damage. 1 was wounded, so he's dead, and 1's down to 2 wounds, but still kicking it.
That's right.
Oh yeah, does he go boom? It doesn't go boom. Then he got 11 attacks with the claws with just these 2 guys, hitting on 2s because of Fury of the First, re-rolling the 1 because of Litany of Hate. But you are wounding on 5s and re-rolling everything because they're power claws. Not power claws, that's me. Lightning claws. Oh, mama. 9 wounds. AP -2. I need loads of 5s. Right, one was on 2 wounds. He's dead. One's down to 2 wounds remaining. The one that died blows up. And we'll do a mortal wound to the Terminators and a mortal wound to Simon and a mortal wound to the truck. Simon can shrug on a 5-up. He doesn't shrug. Right, looks like this. I couldn't heroically intervene with Simon last time because there were killer cans in front of him. There aren't killer cans in front of him anymore. I'm going to spend 2 CPs to interrupt before all my boys get wiped out. Mind you, bikes have got 3 wounds each. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I'll be down to 2 CPs. 1 minute. Nah, I'm not. I'm not, Grey Knight.
No?
No.
What's your thinking behind it?
The thinking is, I could pay to interrupt with a can and hit Snow, but that ain't going to happen. I'm not going to be able to kill him. And if I pay to interrupt with these boys, the claws at the back. So I might kill a bike, and I need my CPs. Also, piling it, I'm not going to get all of them into attack anyway. I'm hoping that after you attack every single one of them, there's a couple left, so I can spend a couple of CP on Unstoppable Green Tide one more time. So I'll let you continue with your fights.
Oh, thank you.
So you might as well go with Chaplain Snow. 3 attacks, +1 for Shock Assault. Hitting on 2s.
Rerolling.
Yeah. Rerolling. And at strength 6, you're wounding on 3s. Now, 6 is to wound with Benediction of Fury, a mortal wounds in addition. Excellent. That can's got 2 wounds left. That can's dead and doesn't blow up. Snow takes down the last of Simon's killer can crew. What's that?
That was Vengeance for Sol Garrett.
I like it. Right, we're now onto the bikes. 6 attacks from the normal bikers. 3s, re-rolling to hit everything.
Wounded on 4s.
Yes. 6 up and vuns. Am I lucky? No, 3 die. And then the claw is a sergeant, so 2 plus shock assault plus the claw. 4 attacks on the sergeant. Re-rolling everything. Okay, he hits every single time. 4s to wound.
Reroll to wound.
Rerolling everything, yeah. 2 wounds. 2 wounds. 6 up and vuns. No. And then we have the second squad. This first squad consolidated in a little bit. And the second squad got 2 normal hits and 3 lightning claw hits. Basically 5 more wounds came in. But I have 6 up and vuns because I'm lucky. And 4 more die. And it looks like that. So now I can pile in. And it looks like that. Everyone's within ½ inch of someone who's within ½ inch. I'm going to do all my attacks versus this closest squad over here, because I can't get them all on the other squad. And I want to really try and hurt one squad. Here's the power claws on 4s. Everything hit. I'm strength 10. Everything wounds. AP -3 on your bike, sir. So 6s.
Sorry, how many do we have again?
3.
1 saved it.
1 of them. Okay, D3 a time. And I can re-roll that because I'm lucky. Killing 1. Killing 2 bikes! Then the 6 remaining boys have 18 attacks because of their choppers. And I haven't done my re-roll to hit yet because I'm lucky. Then I need 5s. 6 more 3-up saves. No AP. Oh, 1 takes a wound. But I'll take that. I'll buy that for $1.
Killed some beakies.
That's the end of turn 2 for the Space Marines. I've smacked some beakies finally. They won't have any morale tests because their leadership is 8. This big swarm of boys here will have a leadership test to make. I need a 1 and I fail, which means Simon's going to break some heads. No, breaking heads is within 3 inches. It's the Waagh rule, which is within 6 inches. So that's a fail. 1 will run away, leaving 6. More will run away on 1s and 2s. Basically 3 are left. Just 3 boys, which is okay. It means I can do Unstoppable Green Tide. Round here, this looter needs a 1. He needs insane bravery to stick around. He doesn't get a 1. He ain't that stupid. Well, he is stupid, but he runs off. And that is the end of Space Marines turn 2. So the Looter and the Gretchen screen over here has completely collapsed. I've lost 3 out of 4 of my tractor guns. I've still got 20 boys in there. Sorry, 10 boys in a truck, 10 boys in this truck. The Death Dread is still alive, which is small mercies. Simon is an absolute beast. He can go wailing in there. He can do some damage. I have faith in him. And I can bring back 25 boys with Unstoppable Green Tide.
Oh, dear, here we go.
As
we did this last time.
I know. Best strat in the book as we go into Orks turn 2. It's only turn 2. Okay, here we are after the Orks movement phase. I'm being cunning. There will also be some brutality. I've decided to bring the recycled swarm of boys in over here. It's about these objectives. It's about securing the park. This is our park and we want it. And there's a lot of Bolt of Death over there. And if I brought them on anywhere around there, plus with the flyers overhead, they would die. And I couldn't, because the pods are behind Grey Knight now, I couldn't get, you can't deploy them within 9 inches.
No, it's beautiful.
So the charges were pretty much impossible. And I couldn't fit in 20 boys over here. Again, I get slowed down by the... I couldn't fit any in. Too many bolters. They would have been exposed with their pants down for turn 3 shots. So I'm bringing them on here. Yes, there's 2...
Scaredy cat.
No, they're cunning. No, there's an objective there and an objective there that I need to control at the end of the game. And they've got objectives secured, you see. So there's a plan. And then there's some attack bikes that I might be able to charge. Now, around here... I also kept these guys inside the truck because of scoring options later. It's only turn 2. And also because of that, well, another reason for keeping them in the truck is because I think the Death Dread and Simon should do a number on the Terminators. And if I can kill the Terminators and those bikes, leaving Snow on his own, then I think I might have this. The flyers are going to be a problem in later game turns, but I might. There's a chance. I'm saying there's a chance. And there's Mega Knobs here that can charge those bikers, and the Waagh banner's got a claw, and the big mecha's got a claw as well. So
scary.
There's a lot of punch that can come in down at the bikers and the Terminators. That's what we do. We do punching best. Take back the center of the table, and then you're going to be over there. You're going to be over here. Bravo team have yet to come on. Where they'll come on, who knows? But I'm saying there's a chance. So before we go any further, he's going to fire his rocket in at the Terminators, hopefully killing one, and there'll only be 4 left. So Simon fires and hits, and it's Daka Daka Daka. So the rocket hits only once. It'll wound on a 2. It's AP -2, which becomes AP -1 because of storm shields.
Not a 3 up. No.
I can't see it.
It's a 1.
That's a dead Terminator, unless you command point reroll that.
No,
Getting you down to 5. I'm down to 2. So this first company vet falls.
Go.
From Simon to the custom shooters that I had here firing in, doing no damage at all. Tractor gun up at Storm Talon gunship. This time it'll work.
I reckon.
3's to wound.
Guys, don't lie. Oh.
A wound. You need to make a 5-up save on the Storm Talon. Would you like to command point that?
I am going to command point.
Okay, all right.
No.
D6 damage. 7 wounds to get through. Your fire from the sky. I need this to work before the last tractor gun goes. And that's a 6! It's on 1 wound left. It's on 1 wound left. Big shooter from the truck firing up. 6s. Reroll one of them. Lucky. And it's a Daka. 2 hits. I can reroll one of them because I'm lucky. A wound, a 3-up save on the Storm Talon gunship.
I don't have any command reroll left.
No. 3 up or die.
Oh.
Right, I've got 20 shooter boys here that can fire up. Let's do that. 19 shots because the boss knob's got a pistol. I need 6. Reroll one of them because I'm lucky. That's 5 6s, which go Daka 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 as we make loud banging noises. That's 6 6s. Fumps to wound. Fump, that's German.
That's it?
Fump.
Yeah?
Yeah. 2 plus the lucky. 2 wounds, 2 3-up saves on the Storm Talon.
What's the jinking?
Jinking right, jinking left.
Oh, he's done him.
It's still flying through the sky. Have I got any more guns? Yes, big shooter on this truck over here.
Determined to kill it.
36-inch. It's got 1 wound. It's got 1
I'm telling
wound.
you, mate, you wasted your time. It's not going to die.
6s. Reroll one of these because I'm lucky. It's not going to die. So this is Goose. This is Maverick. Still flying through the sky, because then the shooters inside the truck fired everything they could up at the Storm Raven and didn't do anything at all. It's going to be hitting on 5s though. It's going to be hitting on 5s. It's on its lowest bracket. So now we're going to do some charges. That's all my shots done. What I'm going to do is charge with the... no. I'm going to start with a Death Dread into the Terminators. Okay, he's in. And we get there. Simon follows him up, making sure to stay more than 3 inches back from Chaplain Snow. Not because I'm cowardly. No, but because I want to kill the humid, beaky one. Over here, the Mega Knobs are going to charge both squads. Yeah, let's try and do both squads. Do you want to Overwatch? I have a 2-up save. No. They get in. Right, this is the important bit. Need the Waagh banner to get in there. I'll reroll that one. 7? -2 going through the tree, but he does get in there, which does mean the Mega Knobs are going to be hitting on 3s instead of 4s. So that's good. Do I throw the Big Mac in there? Yeah, might as well. Let's see if the Big Mac can get in there as well. And reroll that. Oh yes, he's in. So I'll put him here. So the bikes will probably be dead along with...
I'm definitely going to heroically intervene with Chaplain. Absolutely.
Oh, damn. Okay, yes. So he can intervene against the Big Mac.
The Mega Brock.
So, okay, a Mega Brock in the middle of the table. Now the shooter boys are going to charge that squad there, because barricade, you only need to be within 2 inches of each other, not 1 inch. So you can Overwatch there?
I am.
Oh. So set to defend, you're hitting on 5s.
Right.
Yeah. And rerolling 1s. Oh, there isn't any 1s. But there's still 6 hits? I can reroll 1 because it's Master Arts. 7 hits because of Master Artisan. 4 yeah, because the Lieutenant's there. Oh. Okay, so 3?
Yep.
3 6-up saves. I don't make any of my saves. That's a 10-man squad whittled down to 7 left, and they charge. Oh, reroll that because of Ork. Yes, they charge. Heroically intervening with the Lieutenant there. I had to jump them over the barricade, otherwise all of them wouldn't be able to fight.
Yeah.
So, I'm aware that you've got 4 command points left, and you can definitely pay to interrupt. The Terminators are probably the biggest threat. So let's unleash Simon for the first time. Mad Murphy's mate, Simon. So Warboss has got 4 attacks. I've got an extra attack for the biggest boss and an extra attack because of Might is Right. And I'm hitting you on 2s.
Only 2s.
And I can reroll one of these because he's a lucky, lucky orc. Look at that.
Now you're getting all the 5s and 6s.
He's Strength Bajillion. He's wounding on 2s. And the Killer Claw rerolls all failed wounds. And it's -3, 3 damage. So you've got 2 Storm Shields left. Terminators have 3 wounds each. Every failed save will kill a Terminator. We'll do these a couple at a time. We've got 6 wounds.
Okay. We're doing 1 at a time.
Yeah. Storm Shield saves coming up. 1's dead. Another one's dead. And the remaining are 5s.
They're all dead.
Well done, Simon. He wipes out the first company. You know, you were just saying off camera that all your saving throws have been going really well and you're hitting them.
I'm glad I didn't say that on camera.
Right, after that fight, I've consolidated Simon into Chaplain Snow.
Roger.
So Snow's heroically intervened so he can hit Simon or the Big Mac.
I'm going to hit Simon.
Now, the reason why I've done this is because I want you to hit Simon.
Okay.
I want to try and keep my Big Mac alive because he hasn't fought yet. And the Big Mac doesn't have I'll tell you, the Big Mac doesn't have an invulnerable save or a shrug. Okay. But Simon does have a 4-up invulnerable save and a 5-up shrug.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I've done that. But because I'm not fighting. Do you still want to hit Simon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still want to hit him.
4 attacks hitting on 2s. And you can reroll that. Nice. 3's to wound because you've got the Benediction of Fury. 3 wounds. -2, 3.
Gonna spend a command point.
Are you?
roll that? Yeah.
Are you?
No.
3 wounds. If I fail every single one, that would be 9 damage.
There's hope, right?
4 up and vulnerable save because I'm the biggest boss. Only fail 1. 3 wounds get through. 3 damage. He has a 5 up shrug. He only takes 1 wound. Simon's a goddamn hero. He gonna get medal when he goes back to the Orky bar at the end if he survives this. Chaplain Snow is surrounded. You've paid to interrupt, so now my big mech can smack Chaplain Snow, smack the beaky. Big mech's got 3 attacks with his claw. He hits on 4s. He can reroll one of these because he's lucky and he's really strong. He'll wound him on 2s. He wounds him twice. 2, 4 up. Rosaria saves.
No.
2, and you've spent your CP.
I have.
2d3 damage. I can reroll that because I'm lucky. 6 damage. He's got 6 wounds, but he's got a 6 up shrug because of Iron Resolve. Is he a double-hard beaky?
Yeah.
Or
It's got Orc DNA.
need to make 1 6. He makes 2 6s. Chaplain Snow stands on 4 wounds left.
2 wounds left.
2 wounds left. Not only that, defenders get to go first. So he gets smacked hard. He gets knocked back. He's like, right, get ready for round 2. Okay. On to Mega Knobs. 1 minute. I've got a knob with a Waagh banner first. And I just remembered that because there's a Waagh banner there, I'm hitting on 3s instead of... Anyway, doesn't matter. Knob with the Waagh banner is going to hit the 2 squad of beakies on 3s. He's strength 10. 3 more 6 up saves on the bikes. Ouchie.
Is this 1 damage each?
No, this is D3 damage each. It's like the old school Power Fist.
No.
No? On the bikes, D3. Which you can reroll because I'm lucky. Kills a bike. And another bike. That squad of 2 bikes are wiped out. I can't believe this is working. This is actually working.
It's all falling apart.
The Mega Knobs with the kill saws have 4 attacks each. I've got 4 of them in there. This is 16 attacks coming at the remaining bikes. Would normally hit on 4s, but there's a Waagh banner. So I'm hitting on 3s. I can reroll one of these because I'm lucky.
Space Marines now.
It gets worse. I'm strength 10, so I'm wounding on 2s. And these are AP -4, 2 damage. So that's a dead bike, that's a dead bike, that's a dead bike, that's a dead bike. Basically, I would have killed 5 bikes, but there's only 4 there.
So what you're saying, there isn't a chance I get to hit back or save?
There isn't a chance you get to hit back or save, no.
God damn it.
The countercharge from Mad Murphy's mate Simon and his boys have wiped out the central push. And then we consolidate towards Chaplain Snow. And then this guy charged. So in the fight phase, I'll select him to pile in and consolidate. And Chaplain Snow is surrounded. He isn't going anywhere. The orcs are screaming, "Get out of my town! We built all this stuff. This is our stuff. We're going to smack you down, Beaky." That's how they sound.
Yeah. You've been working on that voice for a while.
Then your lieutenant heroically intervened.
Yeah.
So I think my knob with the war boss is going to smack him, the guy with the claw there, and the remaining boys are going to hit the squad. So yeah, let's hit the lieutenant on 4s. Reroll one of these. Oh, only 1 hit. Wound on a 2. I wound him. He needs to make a 6 up save. He's going to live.
No.
He does take D3 damage, which I can reroll. So he does take 3 damage. I think he's on 1 left. Then the boys will smack the Space Marines. And I killed one of the beakies. Now the lieutenant gets to fight back. He's got 3 attacks. So 4 attacks with Shock Assault. He hits on 2s. And he can reroll 1 with Master Artisan's. Okay. And he'll wound me on 4s with his Power Sword. And he wounds twice. So that's 2. Oh no, I have a 6 up and vulnerable save in the squad. Nope, 2 more boys die. Then there's a Power Fist there. That's 3 attacks on the sergeant.
Hit on 4s.
Yeah. And the reroll because of Master Artisan's. Okay, 2s to wound.
Reroll 1 because of the lieutenant.
Yeah. 6 up and vun. Yay!
Of course he did.
And then 6 more attacks from the remaining 3 chaps.
Okay.
Only 3 hits.
No, because I did that amount of arts.
Yeah. And then force to wound. Rerolling 1s. There's a 1. How much you get? Is that a 4?
Just 2.
2 more. 2 more die. And it looks like this. So then I'll have morale. And I'll fail. So 1 more will run away. And then on 1s and 2s. No. So I have 2 boys left tying up your lieutenant and that tactical squad there.
You do indeed.
That is the end of that fight phase. In fact, that is the end of turn 2 Orks. And what a fight back it is. Now, it looks very brutal for the Space Marines considering that the forward thrust has collapsed and Chaplain Snow is stood on his own. However, apart from that swarm there, I've got a tractor gun and a empty truck. But over here, I've got 45 boys. Well, 35 because there's still 10 more inside there. And it's about controlling these objectives at the end of this game. But what happened to Bravo Team Grey Knight SEO?
Well, you're about to find out. The remnants of that team's coming in
turn 3. It's desperate stuff of the 13th. The Orc countercharge was brutal and cunning. But Bravo Team have arrived on the table. Outflanking on here. Ready to jump on this objective. They were sent to help secure this site and secure this site they have. And the lone Terminator champion has teleported. King of the Hill up there with a commanding view of the rest of the battle grid. The other bonus about being all the way up there is he's going to be very difficult to charge. And that's one of the objectives. The multi-matter attack bike zipped back over here. The Storm Raven has zipped through the sky. Now, in this melee down here, I couldn't pile in, consolidate close enough with the Meganobs to get into Chaplain Snow. So the Meganobs can get shot at. But the Mech, Simon and the Death Dread can't be shot at because they're in a brutal hand-to-hand melee with Chaplain Snow. So it looks like the Meganobs are going to get lit up by multi-melter shots. Meanwhile, over here, the Tactical Marines breach the walls and push on forward. The Lieutenant hasn't backed down from the fight. Why would he? He's a hero. He's an Astartes. As the Tactical Marines push forward from this flank to try and secure this site. He did his litany of hate one more time. He really hates Xenos, so he'll be re-rolling all hits down in that cluster muck as we go on to the shooting phase. We're starting with Storm Talon gunship firing down at the last tractor cannon. It's hit on 5s on 1 wing left because it should be dead.
No.
Re-rolling the hit with Master Eyes.
No.
Negative. Assault cannons. What doctrine is in effect? Tactical or assault? Tactical still. Okay. 5 shots with the assault cannon. 3 hits, 3s to wound. Only 1 wound. I need a 6. I failed the save. That's down to 5 wounds left. Yeah, that Storm Talon was severely injured. Severely injured and its shots went wide. Then we have the tactical squad up on the ruin there, the Orc barricade, firing in everything into the
bolters.
Yes.
Fusiliers.
Okay. Everything hits. 5s to wound. 1 more wound. 6 up save. I failed the save. It's down to 4 left. Then we have the last cannon from that squad.
It's 4s.
It hits.
3s.
It doesn't wound.
I'm gonna roll a CP to re-roll that.
Okay. It does wound. I don't get a save. D6 damage, 4 left. Tractor cannon's got 3 wounds left. Bravo team is in rapid fire range though. 3s. Rerolling a 1 and rerolling that 2 for Master Artisans. So only 4 hits. 5s to wound. 2 wounds. The tractor gun is down to 1 wound. Turns out that drop pod can hit it. It will be -1 to hit because you're shooting through the trees though. So 4s. And you've still got Master Artisans, even on a pod. It has that,
just twos, more 2s.
Just blows leaves off the trees.
This pop is going to fire into that.
Into the truck?
Yep.
Okay. Hits once. You can re-roll that hit as well. Hits twice.
No wounds.
Doesn't wound it. The truck is still chugging on 3 wounds left. The last pod hits both times.
1 wound.
1 wound. Because the tactical doctrine is in effect, that's a failed save. The truck's on 2 wounds. The squads that are fighting plus lieutenant, we're going to do all the pistols into combat at the same time. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s. Okay, so 4 hits and 4s to wound, yep.
Reroll 1s?
Yep.
No.
3 wounds get through. 3 6-up saves. The knob is going to be on 1 wound left because they start off with 2. You put a bolt gun under his chin and pulled the trigger, blew his chin off, and now you just made him angry. This squad, firing everything at the truck. There's a melter combi melter at point blank range. And Master Artisans. And only 1 hits.
3s.
And wounds. I don't get a save. Oh no, 6-up and 1. I make the save. Then the grenade came in. And it's -1, so I make that save as well. If I need 2 wounds from bolt guns, I need 5s. And I make those saves as well. That truck is unkillable. So this squad, you're going to have 1 Marine firing a crack grenade out of the truck.
Yeah.
And then all the rest are going into the Meganobs.
Correct.
Okay.
So crack grenade first.
Granada!
3s.
It hits.
Strength 6, so wounded on 4.
4s to wound. Toughness 6.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
-1 again. I failed the save this time. D3 damage, sir. For 2 damage. Now, on a 6, because it's got 2 wounds left, that becomes 1 wound. No, the truck dies and does not explode. So heroic grenade there, lobbed over his shoulder to disable that truck. Now we have the multi-melter coming into the Meganobs. And you hit both times. 2s to wound. You wound both times. Now, there's my custom force field. So they do get 5-up saves. I make 1. It is D6 plus 2 damage at this range, so minimum 3. Meganobs have 3 wounds each. That obliterates one of them. Then rapid firing bolt guns on 3s. Rerolling the 1. They've got their eye in. 4s to wound. Oh, they've definitely got their eye in. 5 wounds at -1. 5 3-up saves. Oh, 1 is down to 1 wound. So that squad single-handedly took out a truck, have killed a Meganob, put 1 down to 1 wound, and now the hero sergeant from Bravo team is going to fire his Stormbolter down into them as well. 4 shots hitting on 3s. And he can reroll.
He's so angry.
He can reroll one of those because of Master Artisans.
Nope. Everything on 4s?
Yeah. That works. That works. Oh, I found my save. He's angry, but the 1 shot that he needed to make, he makes. For vengeance, for Bravo team.
For glory.
Now the bikes coming in to the Meganobs. Many twin bolt gun shots on 3s, re-rolling 1s. And now we've got 4s to wound. Here we are after the re-rolls. 2 wounds. I make the saves, and now you've got 4 multi-melter shots coming into the Meganobs on 3s. Master Artisans, yeah. Okay, 4 hits, 2s to wound. This is going to sting. Yes, it is going to sting. 4 wounds get through to the Meganobs. Custom force field flickers and deflects 1 shot. Now, it's D6 plus 2, D6 plus 2, D6 plus 2. The Meganobs have been wiped out. Right, Chaplain Snow, he may get out of this alive yet. That was a pretty good counter shot from the 13th. Just the Storm Raven left to fire. This tractor gun on 1 wound is being a pain. The banner is now a viable target for the Storm Raven gunship as well. What are you thinking, sir?
So I'm thinking, sir.
Cup of tea?
Yeah, that's just a really good shout. Tea, everyone?
1 cup of tea later, splitting fire all over the place, picking 3 different targets with the Storm Raven. Multi-melters at the truck.
Yeah.
Assault cannon at the knob with the banner. 2 missiles at the tractor gun on 1 wound left.
100%.
So we're going to do that first because you want it dead.
I do. The 2 missiles.
3s to hit. Both hit. 3s to wound. I don't get a save. It's AP -2. I have a 5-up save, so it's dead. You kill the tractor gun. And that's my anti-flyer gone. There's a problem. That will be a problem for the Orks now. 4 multi-motor shots. Twin multi-motor in at the truck.
I was getting rid of him first because I want Goose to survive for once.
Ghost? Who's Ghost?
Goose.
Goose. All right, Goose and Maverick.
Okay, so the 4 multi-motor shots.
Yes.
Assons.
Okay. 3 hits. 3s to wound the truck. 2 wounds, 6 up invulnerable saves. Is the driver lucky? Yes, he is. And D6 damage. You're not in half range. For 2, which will become a 1 on a 6. Nope. How many's on the truck? It's 9. He's down to 7 left. He's fine. Now fire from the sky. 12 shots into the boss pole with the assault cannon. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. And then I need to make a bunch of 5-up saves. Is that 5 wounds?
Correct.
Custom force field kicking in. He makes 3 of them. He only takes 2 wounds. The Waagh banner's got 2 wounds left, and that is the end of the shooting phase. And the 13th have definitely taken this end of the park, this end of the battle grid. I've been pushed right back into this corner here. It has been brutal. I've been tearing chunks out of you. You've been tearing chunks out of me. It ain't over yet. We're on to the fight phase. Defenders get to go first. You can pick Snow or your lieutenant. Where are we going, sir?
I'm thinking about getting rid of this guy first, so probably this squad with the fist.
So not Snow?
No.
Because even if you interrupt, he's probably gonna
die.
How could you say such a thing? He might be a hero.
I thought
he might
the same
hang
thing
in there.
about Garrow, but you know.
Okay, your lieutenant's got 3 attacks. No shots.
No, it's this squad.
You can
to make sure.
Okay, so there's a fist in that squad.
Yeah.
Tactical squad. Lieutenant says, after you.
I'm doing the fist first.
Sergeant goes, okay, sir.
Hitting on 4s.
Yes. You know you've got 2 attacks because shock assault isn't a thing. So on a 1-2, it was that one that you rolled for one of them. No, so they both hit. Okay. And then 2s to wound. 2 wounds. 6s? No, he's gone. You had 1 wound left. You squish him. I tried to hold you up, that squad. I tried to charge you with the shooter boys, but the Overwatch worked, and then you paying to interrupt worked, so you just stopped that push. Dead. I tried to do what I could. Right, over here. Simon he's telling the Dev Dread and then Big Mac, step back. This Umi's mine. Simon versus Snow. Last time we had Grogger Chugger versus Sol Garrow.
Yeah, no,
and the Orks won. Now I've only got 2 war bosses. This is my 2nd war boss. And my 2nd most
number 2.
Yeah. He hits on 2s. And he's lucky. And he wounds on 2s. And I can reroll all fair wounds.
Of course.
I got 5 wounds. Now, each of these does 3 damage. You need to make every single 4-up.
It'd only be right if I did
Rosaria's
one, right?
save. Okay. Oh, you were the first one. Oh, he fails that one. It's a flat 3 damage. You got 3 command points over there. You spending a CP?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. He's fine.
No.
Ooh, he fails 1, and you got 2 more left. He's got a shrug. Remember? Was there 4? Oh yeah. So he fails 1.
Yeah.
He's got 3 6-up shrugs because it does a flat 3 damage, and he's got 2 wounds left. OMG. Snow stands on 1 wound left and goes, is that all you got?
It's my turn to swing.
Right, it's official. Chaplain Snow is tougher than Sol Garrow. And you're now going to hit the big mech.
Yeah.
Because he's doing the 5-up invulnerable save bubble.
I don't like it.
He's getting tactical. He's like, okay, I might go down, but I'm going to take you with me. 2s to hit. Litany of hate.
You rolled it.
Oh,
no, he doesn't like that.
3s to wound. -2. 3 damage each. I need to make both of my 4-up saves. Well, the Big Mac's gone. The Big Mac's okay. He's got 1 or 2 wounds. He's got 2 wounds left. So he'll turn around and punch you back. And he can re-roll that because he's lucky. And he'll wound Snow on 2s. 3 more 4-up invulnerable saves on Chaplain Snow. No.
How many damage is this each?
That was 2 damage.
2 feel no pains.
Chaplain Snow, force.
And I got 2 more saves to make.
Well, he's gone. He's on 1 wound left. He gets knocked down. He isn't dead. He's removed as a casualty.
So you get teleported up just like the last guy.
Yeah, that's what happens. He gets removed as... Look, in battle reports, I have completely destroyed some of my HQ characters and never brought them back. There was one time where Captain Civitas Kane, there was an Edbanger spell, and it's called Edbanger, where you make their brains explode.
Wow,
and you needed a 6 to... Yeah, and it happened, and his brain exploded. So since then, not only have I never fielded him again, but I gave that model away. It was like, okay, he's dead. I can't field it. If your brain, there's no narrative reason to bring a model back in whose brain has literally exploded.
Is that what we're doing now then?
So I gave him away to one of my patrons. But in this case, he's just removed as a casualty.
Okay.
He could have been beaten down and pasted into the mud.
It's just a flesh wound.
And the boys are very excited. It's just a flesh wound. They'll bite the kneecaps, and they'll run off and start rampaging towards that general direction. And that is the end of Space Marines turn 3. I don't know which way it's going to go. There's 3 objectives down that end of the battle grid. I've still got many scoring options, but I don't know what I can do about those flyers now.
Well, now that you've got rid of your anti-air capabilities, it's going to be quite interesting next couple of turns.
So let's find out what happens in Orks turn 3. Okay, here we are after my movement phase, and at the very end of my shooting phase, I've got 1 gun left to fire. The boys around here have advanced, because there's an objective I want to try and get on. Here's another objective I'm touching, and here's another objective. Control the buildings at the end of the game. These 2 are going to be a bit more difficult, and if I can't kill that... It's going to be interesting. You can potentially, with your flyers, wipe away many boys here. It might go down to the wire. So what I did in the shooting phase is everyone who could shoot from here shot up at the flyer, and everyone who could shoot from here shot into Bravo team, and one of the heroic Space Marine survivors from the previous mission has fallen. Not dead, removed as a casualty. The last gun I have left to fire is Simon. He has a rocket Talon on 1 wound left, but I need a 6 for glory, for terror, for Gork. No, I miss. But I can re-roll that because I'm lucky, and I miss.
No.
So that's the end of my shooting phase. Loads of loud banging noises. 1 Space Marine falls. Then I'm going to charge over here. Would you like to Overwatch?
No, okay.
And I make the charge. Now, the other thing I can do over here is I can actually charge the Death Dread through. So long as I end up more than an inch away from your flyer base at the end of the charge, I can make this charge. Flyers don't block, flyer bases don't block movement anymore. But this needs to be long to get all the way past it.
I am going to Overwatch this.
Are you?
Yeah, because you've got the multi-mounter there and the combi, I believe.
Oh.
It's just the multi-mounter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Overwatch then. Oh, and I put a wound back on the Death Dread with the Big Mac. He's back up to 5 wounds.
Yep.
Okay, so 2 shots with a multi-mount. And Master Arsenals?
No.
Now we have lots of bolt gun shots. A wound came through, 4-up save. I failed the save. The Dread is back to 4 wounds. Now let's do the charge. That's not long enough to get entirely past the flying base. Let's do a re-roll. 8? I can't make that charge. You can't end on the base more than an inch away. So that was tactical genius of you putting the Storm Raven there.
Well, I'd like to thank myself, really, for thinking outside the box, as always.
This is lucky, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
just
pure luck.
So that's a failed charge. These guys can't make it because I'd have to get up and down over the thing or go right. So that's Yeah, that happened. Over here, however, I have made the charge into the remainder of Bravo team. My boss snob with his power claw will strike you first, and I can reroll one of these because I'm lucky. Death Skulls. 2's to wound. They need to make 3 6-up saves, or Bravo team got to the fight only to fall at the last hurdle.
No.
D3 a time. They get wiped out. I consolidate towards the remaining Astartes force. See, if there was 1,000 points worth of Bravo team now, we can see the coordinated assault.
Yeah.
You'd have the Land Raider and the tanks moving in, and then it would be all over for the Orks. But as it stands, it turned up, they took a wound off a mech gun, and then they got charged.
I highly recommend anyone that hasn't seen that first game that we did to jump back onto the channel and have a little sift through, because it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. You did actually make a tactical genius move at the end of that battle.
Kept that CP stare.
It surprised me.
Thanks.
Okay, we're heading towards the end game now. Turn 4. You still have 2 attack bikes, which are uninjured, and flyer support, aerial support, and you still have 20 tactical marines, 19 tactical marines to take these objectives. And now this lieutenant is in command of the 13th force as we move on to turn 4. In turn 4 movement phase, both of the flyers drop down into VTOL mode, ready to sow murder across the Ork lines. This unit advanced up and onto that objective there, because Melter, Combi Melter are assault weapons, so you can still fire. And this unit also advanced. This one here, there's a Combi Melter on the Sergeant. Basically, there's a lot of melter shots lined up to the Death Dread and to the characters here, including the 2 attack bikes. It looks like you're aiming at this lot, you're aiming at this lot, and these ones down here are tomorrow's problem.
Yeah.
So 2 turns to clear this site, to get to these objectives, plant the demo charges and call this mission a success. Let's move on to the shooting phase. We're starting here with the Sergeant with his Combi Melter, because he's only firing at this thing here. He hits on a 4. And he can reroll that because of Master Artisans. And he hits, wounds on a 3. That's a wound. I have a 5-up invulnerable save from a custom force field. The Big Mac's still on 1 wound. I fail the save. D6 damage. 4 damage. It has... it's got 4 wounds because you took 1 off an Overwatch. And, oh no, it blows up. Everything within 3 inches takes D3 mortal wounds. He's gone. My Pain Boy's got 2 wounds left. If you'd like to roll a D3. Not Pain Boy, Banner Boy. Yeah, he's gone. And Simon himself has got 5. And he takes 3. It's a massive explosion. He shrugs wounds on 5s. He doesn't shrug any. Hero Sergeant there takes out 3 units with 1 shot. What else you got?
That's amazing.
Okay, there's a multi-melter here that stood still looking at Simon. And it hits once. Master Artisans.
No.
Oh, just 1 hit.
3s?
Yes. Wounds. 4-up invulnerable save. I'm fine. He's fine. Melter, Combi Melter in this squad that advanced?
Yeah, those 2.
Yeah, firing down from the barricade. Negative.
Master Artisans.
Yes. Okay, that's a hit. 3s to wound. 4-up invuln. No. D6 damage. For 4 damage. He's got 2 left. I shrug on 5s. Oh no. Simon, I feel like he should explode. But Simon gets melted, falls apart. He's not dead. He's removed as a casualty.
Just lost an arm or a finger.
They will sew him back together again. This means the bikes have got no targets because they can't see round here. Yeah. So the flyers. Assault kind of thing. Mind you, so the missiles are going to
go... the 2 frag missiles on that, because that's going to be... I don't think it's going to hit him very well.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and thin some of those Orks over there in the corner.
Right, okay. 2d6 shots for number of shots. And that's a minimum of 3, so that's 9 shots. Which hit on 3s. 7 hits after the reroll. 4s to wound. 4 wounds.
Yep.
4 6-up invulns. 3 of them die. Then a last cannon from there killed 1. Now we're on to the Talon with the assault cannons raining down into this squad here on 5s. With the reroll, 5 hits, 3s to wound. Oh. And I make the save anyway. Then the blast missiles came in and did no damage as well. Just 4 in total have died. The hero Terminator flicks his Stormbolter down in this direction into the swarm of boys. He rerolls 1s and rerolls the 2 for Master Artisans. He hits 3 times. He'll be wounding them on 4s. He wounds twice and takes out 2 of them, and that is the end of the 13th turn 4. I have a morale to take down here, which I fail, and no more boys run away. So at the end of turn 4, the 13th are currently on 3 of these objectives, ready to set their charges. I've got 1, but you've got 1 more movement phase. So if I can touch that, and get on these 2, I'll be on 3, you'll be on 2. Then I just need to bunker down and weather the storm from the incoming fire. Maybe win this day. Maybe win my fortress back again. Find out what happens in Orks turn 4. And this is the very end of Orks turn 4. The truck fired up at these guys here, but in that cover, they had a 2-up save. I've running up to claim this one, not sticking my head above the parapet. Orks aren't that stupid. I'm claiming this one, and I advanced onto the central bastion here. Can't charge yet, but next turn I can certainly charge up and kill him, depending on how many of these Orks are left after the 13th unload their firepower into them. So currently it's 3-2. The Astartes have got 1 turn. 1 turn to try and take this site as we head to turn 5. The orders are simple. Clear the site, kill as many boys as possible. The Storm Raven goes back to full flight mode and the attack bikes come round the corner of the bastion. Over here, this squad advanced forward up onto that objective, so you've clearly got 2. They've stepped down, ready to make a charge if necessary around the outside of that bastion. And there's a multi-melter there in range of this truck, trying to bring as many guns to bear. Right, you're back up to 3 CPs because you've been gaining them. You're spending 2 CPs on steady advance for this squad here. Yep. So the count is remaining stationary so long as they made a normal move. So that multi-melter is hitting on 3s into this truck.
It's supposed to be hitting on 3s, but we'll see.
It hits both times. 4s to wound. 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of lieutenant. Interesting. You've got 1 CP left. And there's a last cannon over. Are you spelling it now? Or
no, just start.
6 up. Invuln? No. D6 damage. For 2 damage. Come on, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one.
For 4 damage. On a 6, that becomes a 1 damage. Ramscat? No. It's got 3 wounds left. The reason why I'm saying that is because currently you're on 2 objectives, and I'm on 3, and this is one of them.
Oh, no.
So if it dies, then it's going to be a draw. Anyway, you've got the bolters firing in as well. 8 shots with the bolters. 8 shots, mate. You've got 4 dice there. You spent the CP on steady advance.
Thank you very much.
3s to hit. Reroll on the 1. Nice. 5s to wound. And no 1s there. 2 wounds, 2 5-up saves. The truck's on 1 wound left. So there's a las cannon here. The only thing you can really see is the truck. So las cannon for the win.
Hit.
Yeah.
On a 3.
On a 3. Wounds. 6-up and Invuln? No. So there's no point in ramshackling. That does D6 damage. Does the truck blow? It does blow. It doesn't matter. Even if I hit the Storm Raven but for a full 3 wounds. Let's say I did, no, I don't know, D3. I did a wound to the Storm Raven. The truck is gone. So currently I'm not on this objective anymore. I'm on 2. You're on 2. It looks like it's going to be a minimum of a draw for the 13th. Then the Storm Talon unloads into the squad. It just flew over 2d6 shots with the frag. 7 shots hitting on 3s.
5s.
5s because you're injured. 1 hit. What are you going to fall?
The fuselage as well. Not the fuselage, they get to reroll one of them.
Okay. 1 hit. What are you going to fall? That doesn't wound. Why did I even bother roll save? Twin assault cannons. 5s. Wow. And 4s. 3 wounds. 2 die. So 3 guys holding on to that objective for a draw. We're now coming up here. Where are all the shots going?
So I've had a bit of a brainwave, winners.
You've had a
It doesn't
brainwave.
happen that often, but when it does, it's spectacular.
I've never seen it and I've known you forever. What's the brainwave?
Well, I was thinking because the Storm Ravens had such a VIP game,
It has been good.
it's going to have to clear the last 3 orcs here, just so
What?
You can only score 1 objective for your turn.
just in case these guys aren't going to make the challenge, which I don't feel very.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 units left. That's unreal. Yeah, I've got a unit of troops and a unit of troops, and you can only ever hold 1 objective. So if you kill them, then I'll hold 1 and you'll have 2.
Yeah.
So you're going to put all guns down there.
I'm going to have to, yeah.
Because even if I take that one, you'll still outnumber me.
That's right.
Okay, so to win the game, Storm Raven, all the guns down at this unit here. 4 multi-motors. Should we not muck about?
Yeah, let's do it a whole lot.
3 hits.
I spend the
Master Artisans.
Master Artisans.
Okay, 4 hits, 2's to wound. Everything wounds. 6 up and buns. I make 2. The boss knob is alive on 1 wound left. I'm going to make this difficult for you. On 2 wounds left, sorry. You got missiles.
2 crack missiles.
Yeah. Well, what about the Storm Strike missiles?
Storm Strike missiles.
Yes, okay.
I should know. I've got enough Storm Ravens at home.
You've got like 4. How many Storm Ravens do you have? 3 in your Grey Knight
3
Army.
at the
Yeah.
moment, yeah.
1 hit.
2s.
A wound. I failed the 6-up save. That's 3 damage. That boss knob disappears in an explosive puff of green jelly. And this is the way the world ends. So I have 1 big swarm, mob, herd of boys left. You can claim 2 objectives, but you can only score 1 objective. So no matter what happens here, I can get on 1 objective or the other objective. You're the 13th to clear the site. I imagine what happens next, however, is the bikes go flying in and shoot loads of guns. The hero sergeant somersaults off and Jackie Chan's down into these group here. And let's face it, if we went on for an unlimited amount of turns, with your flyers still zipping through the sky, with the tactical marines pushing further and further and further, these guys are not long for this world. So we'll end it there, because at the end of turn 5, it will be a victory for the 13th. But
Bravo team got his vengeance.
Bravo team got his vengeance, but only just, mate.
It was very, very close.
By turn 2, I thought, this is going really badly for me. And then I counter-punched. And
That was epic, though. I mean, what a comeback from those guys in the middle.
It was glorious. There were a couple of glory moments, like this guy with his melter shot, which took out that Death Dread and blew up another 2 things around
Shot
him.
the game.
Shot of the game. Bam. The Storm Raven not taking any damage pretty much. This thing surviving on 1 wound left. Yes, it wasn't very combat effective, but it was still putting on some wounds.
Yeah, some stuff to think about. It's a lot easier to pop one of those. Well, it's supposed to be a lot easier to pop. Bearing in mind it's got 1 wound left.
It's orc shooting.
It's the only thing you could really prosecute early on.
Yeah. That was a good move of you to shift that way and dig through the softer meat and leave the armour for the anti-armour stuff. Because look, that worked. Look, putting all those troops up there against the looters, against the truck boys, and pushing through. I mean, these guys came out of a pod, and I tried to throw some things up against them, but bounced. And
pods are back, and it just shows you that tactical marines are still really viable and useful.
yeah, and the fact they can drop in turn 1 is good. Tactical marines with 2 moons, good. Sprinkling melters in amongst the tactical marines I found always helps, because sometimes they don't do anything, but having a melter there means if anything nasty comes their way, you've got 1, 2, 3 melters scattered around, or a combi melter here or there, and they're only 10 points.
Try and convert some of my Death Watch guys that are being painted at the moment to have some melters on there, because they're definitely awesome again.
Do you have normal veterans in your Death Watch, or are they all Primaris?
No, most of them are actually veterans. I've got a couple of units, or a couple of 10-man units of a mix of intercessors and hellblasters, which do work.
Right.
But the tactical marines are just excellent, and being Death Watch, because they're vets, 2 attacks are standard, and all the chocolate to go with it.
Yeah.
And power swords and things.
The thing about having I've found though, is having a guy with a melter doesn't normally work. You need to scatter 3 or 4 melters there.
Yeah.
So and on Death Watch are quite pricey already. How much is it for a normal Death Watch
about
veteran?
22, 23 points.
That's not bad. I mean, Tactical Marines 18.
Yeah. You get an extra attack, you got the specialist ammunition opened up to you, and you get to choose most kind of weapons you want to be running in with. And they have a power sword as standard. Yeah. It's like the old Grey Knight thing where you worry about the force side of things, or just power weapons everywhere on Marines is nasty.
Yeah, that's Grey Knight a whole army with power weapons is a scary thing to behold. But I don't know if Death Watch are appropriately costed. They seem to be very powerful to me. Mind you, I did run against Orks against them recently and had a lovely time.
That's coming out soon, isn't
it? That will come out. See, we're filming this before that one gets released. So that one, by the time people watch this, would have seen that one. And then this is the next. Yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get ahead quite a way, expecting another lockdown at some point. So I'm doing a lot of additional filming. Yeah. Which is why you're wearing a mask, because the restrictions keep changing, and tiers and things. And it's local. In some areas you can do some things. In other areas you're not allowed to buy ice cream or cookies. No. It's weird. And it's changing all the time. So yes, that one will have come out by the time people see this one. Thanks for coming down. You're a legend.
Thanks very much. It's great to be come down.
Yeah, that was good. That was surprising. This battle mat is from urbanmats.com. This MDF terrain is from cromlech.eu. This stuff is from gamemat.eu. This stuff was from Forge World back when they made terrain. Everything is from all over the place. I might remember to actually link it this time, but it's very unlikely. Hope you enjoyed that battle report, guys. Happy wargaming.